2 days before the Indian budget, it's interesting to watch how the two markets are behaving, Indian and US. You have a lot of news flow, and this is an eventful week, as I mentioned earlier. And in that environment, India has fallen very sharply, especially in the mid and small cap space, and gotten quite oversold. So this is a point at which we start thinking, will we see some kind of rebound? And if that rebound happens, a week into the budget, we'll call it a budget rally, even if it's just 3-4 days long. But that's what the media will want to terminate it as, I'm saying terminate, well, term it as, but you shouldn't have great budget expectations, or you should, depending on what you're really looking for. So if you're looking for fiscal consolidation, if you're looking for the fiscal deficit to be contained so that interest rates can come down eventually, then yes, you will get that. And the RBI is already easing liquidity. Now that doesn't mean interest rates will immediately come down because you have a currency problem, but you actually create the room for it to happen if you have fiscal consolidation. On the other hand, fiscal consolidation might not be great for growth, and therefore that overhang will remain. Even though they may spend on many things and move things here and there, might not be, you can't be overly optimistic about them going overboard on spending. So that part won't happen. And then that takes us to the whole AI narrative that has been doing the rounds. And one thing we should accept is that something has changed. Now, while something has changed, there are also some things that will not change. AI is here to stay, so that's not going to change. Whatever happened yesterday just tells us that now AI is going to become much more widespread, and the entry barriers are gone. It's not like high cost and a lot of people will be able to enter because now suddenly it's possible. And that has two effects, which is true with every technology cycle. One, volumes increase because now a lot more people are going to do the same thing. And second is costs come down. So now cost coming down is actually good for the people who actually deploy AI, who use AI, who develop it. And for everybody, it's really a good thing. But for somebody who's providing the, infrastructure or providing the, products required, there are two things which happen. One is volumes go up and prices come down. So net, the impact is revenues expand, but profitability or margins can get affected. And so there are two, it's a double-edged sword. And that's when repricing or, the valuations start changing, which is that you now suddenly can't pay so much for something that's going to grow, but grow at a slower pace when it comes to earnings. But maybe, revenues can continue to exponentiate. So that's like the catch thing, and which is why then prices have to correct and get reset slowly, if not very, very fast. Of course, the first day reaction is a knee-jerk reaction, which we saw, but eventually you will see a slow adjustment to this new reality, which is both good for everybody, but bad for some people in the short term.